to the sky. Never let adventures pass you by. Be free and follow your crazy dreams. We're living our vision in the RV. Come ride with us and you'll be free.
I did not get much sleep last night. Where'd we stay last night? Of course, another Cracker Barrel.
When you look out there, do you see any trash cans?
When I look out here, I see clouds.
Okay, look on the ground.
I see pavement. More Cracker Barrel. Blue Ridge Parkway? We decided just this morning. Actually, it's almost noon, isn't it? It is noon. It's a quarter after noon. And we just decided what we're going to do. True story. We're going to Blue Ridge Mountains.
Well, I think we are in the Blue Ridge Mountains. Somewhat.
Okay, we're going on Blue Ridge Parkway.
There you go.
My bad. As we were eating Cracker Barrel this morning, started planning some of the places to stop to keep us on the Blue Ridge Parkway, because when we put a destination in, of course, Siri's going to want to take you the closest route, the fastest route. That's how we have the setting set up. And instead of changing that, I just put points in the map and just kept adding stop. So we're just going to take off, start traveling on it. We've seen a bunch of stops that we can make along the way. Half the day's gone already, but we're going to make the best of it. We have no idea where we're going to stay tonight, but
look at me saying, "Oh well."
Look at you.
Normally I would be like freaking out, like, "Oh my God, where are we staying?" Oh, watch this.
Well, I thought, ooh, they about hit that rock.
Another beautiful day right now, so hopefully we don't run into any rain. I think there was rain forecasted somewhere around the area.
Oh, we do know one final stop that we're going to make it to, right?
Yeah, but we don't want to say that yet.
Don't you hate it when somebody thinks that they
own the right of way?
Come from out of nowhere and push you out of the way, so you have to back up to let them through. That's what that look was on my face just now, like, who do you think you are?
Like, really? That was a red light, by the way.
No, it was orange.
In 3.8 miles, take a slight right turn.
Blue Ridge Parkway.
Here we come.
Opie. Here we come.
Shh.
No, we're not going to see Opie.
Will you come with me, mon cher? So let us just do my love. And I'd stop to think any of this over. So let us just do my love and see where this road will take us now.
We are officially on the Blue Ridge Parkway.
Yay!
So, what was your opinion of Asheville?
I like it. I think it's a really cool place to visit. It's very artsy and foodie. Oh my gosh, if you love food, they have awesome places to eat. Of course, the Biltmore is excellent to go to and take a full day for that, if not two. We did see when we were down in the downtown area a few homeless here and there, which is always very sad to see, but unfortunately we see that almost in every city we go to.
Every city has it. Some have it more than others.
Yeah.
Nothing like California.
We had no complaints of anything, I believe, of staying in Asheville. We didn't have any issues at any of the Cracker Barrels, so yeah, it was a good visit.
Yeah, I agree. Pretty area.
Very pretty. Very, very pretty.
And we're excited to see what we're going to see here on the Blue Ridge Mountains. I'm so tired today. I did not sleep good last night.
Yeah, that stinks.
4:30, mind spinning. Thinking about so many different things. The Blue Ridge Parkway is a national parkway and all-American road in the United States noted for its scenic beauty. The parkway, which is America's longest linear park, runs for 469 miles through 29 Virginia and North Carolina counties, linking Shenandoah National Park to the Great Smoky Mountains National Park.
I've never been known for my cautious side. I know the wind that I stir is a gale.
This is already starting to remind us when we started visiting like Yellowstone, all the national parks, and it reminds. I was telling them it reminds me of when we were doing all the national parks.
Yeah.
And have all the overlooks.
We were stopping every few miles.
Yeah,
for
and the roads down there.
So let's just do my love and not stop thinking of this over. Let's just do my love and see where this road will take us now.
I hope there's more places like this.
I know.
These
It's absolutely beautiful.
what goes through your mind? I was gonna say, what does it make you think of?
Just peacefulness and serenity and
It makes me feel like it brings you closer to God, because it's just so amazing, and thinking about how it was all created, and it's just so beautiful.
it is.
All right, on to the next.
On to the next beautiful site.
That's right. There it is. It's everywhere. I've got one right here.
Your door isn't all the way shut.
I was thinking about jumping out. Two gorgeous pictures right there. My gorgeous wife. Bull Creek Valley lies down below with the Swannanoa Mountains in the distance. From here, visitors may see what was once the home of the great bull buffalo. Bison disappeared from North Carolina almost a century before they were wiped out in the American West. Joseph Rice, an early settler of the Swannanoa Valley around Bull Creek, is known for shooting that area's last buffalo in 1799. Our next stop is the Lane Pinnacle Overlook, which provides open views of the southwest Swannanoa Valley, which consists of mixed hardwood and pine forests. This overlook was named for Charles Lane, who was the first owner of the Pinnacle and established an iron mine on the north slope. Lane Pinnacle is to the far left. To the far right are the Swannanoa Mountains. Straight ahead in the distance are the Great Craggies. Visitor center here we just drove up on. Windy here.
Oh, that's cool. You can see the curvy road going up that way over there.
Oh yeah, way out there.
Very pretty.
It is.
You can see like way over there from here. The mountain ridge way over there.
At first I said Krabby Gardens. They got your garden here, sweetie.
Nothing.
Where are you going? On the road again.
We have a long ways to go yet.
We do. Why are we talking Southern?
I don't know.
I know I could very easily adapt to talking Southern. I remember when I moved from Southern Iowa to Des Moines, Iowa. Everybody in Des Moines thought I had a Southern accent. Where are you from? Because a lot of people in Southern Iowa, as you remember, did have an accent.
The attraction of Glassmine Falls Overlook is a tall, skinny waterfall that can be seen in the distance across the valley from the overlook. Seeing the waterfall requires a bit of luck since it only flows after periods of rain. During the drier weather, it will slow to a trickle or even dry up completely, so if you're able to, be sure to plan your visit after a rainy day. At the base of the waterfall is an old mica mine. Miners called the flaky, shiny mineral they mined glass, hence the name Glassmine Falls. There were many glass mines that operated in western North Carolina in the early 1900s. There is no public access to the waterfall, and today the waterfall and surrounding land is privately owned as part of the Asheville watershed.
So I took a picture of the sign that was down there. It says, United States Department of the Interior National Park Service. It says, this 20,000 acre area is one of the largest city-owned watersheds in the United States. It supplies 30 million gallons of water daily to the 150,000 people of Asheville and vicinity, and preserves one of the few remaining spruce fir forests in this region. 30 million gallons of water daily. Back there said we're entering the Pisgah National Forest for the next 48 miles.
If you like the movie Last of the Mohicans, you may want to visit Green Knob Overlook. The views from the overlook were used by Hollywood for the opening shot in the film. The overlook takes its name from the mountain whose rocky face is located across the parkway. The Laurel Knob Overlook was originally called Licklock Ridge Overlook, a name that still appears frequently on Blue Ridge Parkway literature. The forest before you is the first tract of land ever purchased by the U.S. Forest Service back in 1911.
Stopped at another overlook. We decided we would not overlook this one. The Loops, is that what it's called?
Railroad enthusiasts prize the Loops Overlook because it provides views of the trains ascending the Blue Ridge Mountains from the valley below. The engineering marvel known as the Loops was constructed between 1905 and 1908 with the original intention of connecting the coal fields of Kentucky with the cotton mills of the Carolina Piedmont. It is 13.5 miles long and contains 18 tunnels and many switchback curves, giving the Loops its name.
I wonder if that's a restaurant down there at the bottom of the hill.
It
Big
says
building.
Historic Orchids Bypass? Orchard Bypass. Nope. Historic Orchards at Alta Pass. Alta Pass? I don't know. I can't see through the trees. Trees are in the way.
Looking at this little map we got, actually got it from KOA back in Asheville when we were dumping the tanks there. They had some maps there, and it's of the Blue Ridge Parkway, and it's got marked on there where there are gas stations, fuel stations also. We still have a little over a half tank, but it seems like we have not went very far when you're looking at our progress. So we are going to go ahead and fill up with fuel just in case. We're trying to make it to Mount Airy, which, taking the Blue Ridge Parkway, is still going to take us a while to get there. And probably be dark by the time we get there is what we're guessing. We can't put it in our GPS and go straight there because the GPS wants to take us directly out off of the Blue Ridge Parkway. So our GPS, we have multiple stops. It's telling us what time we're going to get to the next stop each time. So until we're past that next stop and our last stop shows on the GPS of Mount Airy, it's not going to tell us. We're not really worried about it. We're just kind of explaining what's going on here, what we've been talking about. We ate some snacks here for lunch. We went pee-pee. What?
Falling leaves like the breeze. Won't you blow?
We're fueled up. Got some windshield washer fluid. Good thing the other day when I opened the hood to check everything out just to look it over, I noticed that the tank was getting pretty low for windshield washer fluid. It used an entire jug and still could have took some more, so we were really needing it. You can hardly see over there.
I know, wait.
Looks like we're good after that vehicle.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, do you want to just eat in here, or do you want to stop somewhere?
Oh.
It is 4:38.
Yeah, I guess we could eat here. Wasn't
Sure
even
you
thinking
want
of
to?
that. I don't know. I don't care.
Well, it depends on how late you want to.
Well, I don't really. I can't tell.
I don't know. It might. I say we keep going for
Okay.
now.
I'm fine with that, really.
I'm a rolling stone, bound to roam. Come the morning, or I'll be gone. Pouring rain, oh, to hear that train. There she comes. Won't you get
Taking
home?
another route for this last hour and 17 minutes, and that way we're not. The Blue Ridge curves quite a bit, so it's going to take us a lot longer. We're just not exactly sure how long, because there's a lot of stops. And,
Yeah. And it's
we
5:30.
might be in the dark still on the Blue Ridge Mountains.
For
So
16 miles, continue straight.
we're gonna calm Michelle's nerves, and we're gonna take a different route so that we can get there before dark and not in those windy roads with the drop-offs that might not be so pleasant in the dark.
No.
Like the breeze, won't you blow?
Just a perfect example of how sometimes things can change, and they always do for us. Like, we're looking at Harvest Toast, I should say Michelle is, and just looking at our options, because we don't have to go be in Mount Airy today or tonight. We like to stay at Harvest Toast as much as we can.
What?
What?
Freshly made crepes?
Oh
What?
my gosh.
Oh wait, that was.
We're going to Harvest Toast, it looks like.
Okay.
So we're gonna go check it out.
They're open
so the way
till
Harvest
9,
Toast
so,
works
yeah.
is you get on and you request, and some of them will allow same
Same
day
day.
requests and some will not. This one does, but there's no use for us to go ahead and and put the request in unless we want to make sure that nobody's going to get it, ahead of us. Plus, we can look on the calendar to see if it's even available tonight. Did you do that?
No. Well, that's what you have to submit.
No, you can look on the calendar and it'll be highlighted or grayed out if it's not available.
Well, it's not grayed out.
Since it's a same day request, we'll go there, check it out since we're close. And if we decide we want it, then we'll just put the request in for them. Sometimes the harvest host will tell you, you don't need to put a request in, just stay. But we like to have the request in anyway so that we can, leave a review and help them out that way. And help others, help you guys out. It's not written in stone, but that's what we're going to try first. We're going to go check this place out. Plus, Michelle needs a glass of wine because she was so stressed she was doing so good today, and then all of a sudden it started getting closer to dark.
We are still very far away from Mount Airy, which was our intended stop for the night, and so I was starting to freak out.
It's 5:55 right now. It gets dark at what time?
Oh, after 7, yes, but there was planning involved.
All right, stay tuned.
Where will we stay?
Newsflash. We were sitting here and Michelle's like, they do have crepes. She read another review. So, the percentage of us going to this...
Turn left. At the next light, turn left.
To this winery is now raised to 99. We're going.
It had me at crepes.
I don't want anything left untried. Will you come with me?
They have a little sign back here for harvest hosts, and they got a little gravel, almost like little campsite areas. Not almost like, that's what they are. Just no hookups. Show you in a minute. But we'll go ahead and check it out. These are the sites. And there's Michelle, waiting for a crepe.
I got number 14, and it's called Grandma's Cherry Pie.
Oh, of course you like that. It says pie.
Very good. I would definitely recommend that one. I'm very bummed because I was really hoping to have a crepe.
Come to find out, the Crepes is a separate business called Happy Crepes, and they share space with Stardust Tap Room. Unfortunately, and to Michelle's dismay, they only make their crepes Thursday through Saturday. According to others, they are absolutely delicious, so be sure to try them out and let us know what you think.
And they're pretty nice people. You can park in that dirt area too if you'd like.
Unless it really rains a lot. Well, good morning. We did not stay all night at the, did they call that a winery? That was not a winery.
Well,
It's kind of a tap room
it was
bar.
It was under that hype of it on the Harvest Host website.
It was a nice place to stop and have a drink and stay the night if you'd like to, if there's somebody else staying there. We did not stay there because we typically like to pick places where there's other RVs around, at least one or two. The more the better, and the more we feel safe. And there was absolutely nobody there last night. Nobody around, kind of dark, and that kind of makes us feel a little uneasy. That's just us. So we came down to the Walmart. Now, we did not park in the Walmart parking lot. They don't like people to park here, but there's a strip mall attached to it way down there. They said that people park down there all the time, and RVs all the time. There was nobody there, but it's all lit up. We're out in the middle. We always try to park under a light. Our blinds are closed, so the lights don't bother us at all. So we just moved over here by the Walmart under these shade trees to work.
So we were mentioning that maybe it wasn't really a winery. Well, actually, I think it is, because it does actually say it serves locally crafted wine and mead from our winery, plus 24 taps of Carolina beer and cider.
Apparently their winery is located somewhere else, and this is just like
This is their tap room.
a tap room.
Yeah.
That blueberry and grandma's cherry pie drink, oh, Michelle loved that. But the grandma's cherry pie has dairy.
It did say with lactose, so anybody that's lactose intolerant, be aware, and I probably shouldn't have had it because I think I had some issues last night, probably from the lactose, but still, it was so good.
My face turned green.
Let's celebrate. Call it a day and celebrate. Let's celebrate. Call it a day.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, click that little bell, and hit that thumbs up.
Call it a day.
See you next week.